I've had a lot of beef with content creators in this space, um, who don't like when I disagree with or argue with some of the people that I share viewers with.
Mhm.
For example, I share viewers with Rollo, who's he's a men's rights guy, or Fresh and Fit, or even Pearl. I
Yeah.
don't like any of these people. I
Mhm.
think they are all toxic to men.
Yep.
And if you'll, if be, before I recoil people, because this is going to end up being a clip, it is my opinion that their entire business model, whether you're Pearl Davis, if that's what her name is, or you're Fresh and Fit, or you're Rollo Tomato, whatever his name is, Tomasi, your entire business model relies on unhappy men.
Mhm.
So when your entire business model relies on unhappy men, you are financially motivated, subconsciously or not, to keep men unhappy.
Yep.
It's the same reason, in my opinion, that we haven't cured cancer. It's the same
Mhm.
reason that we haven't cured AIDS,
Yep.
because if they could fix it with a pill, they would do that. But it's way better for them to sell you 1,000 pills for the rest of your life. That's my opinion about the men's rights
Mhm.
content creation space. Does that make sense?
I agree. I think it's a lot like what feminism has done for women is that they want to pretend like, oh, let's take real things and let's try to make let's try to shine a light on these issues. Well, they just went way too far and have hurt women in the process. So women who subscribe to this to a lot of the feminist ideologies and stuff are only hurting themselves. And I think we see the exact same thing in some of these manosphere spaces is that okay, they're bringing actual problems to the forefront and using that to manipulate people into a harmful cycle, just feminism for men.
Yeah, thank you for that, because as that's why like having a female on the show is so valuable, because you're 100% right. I mean, obviously because I'm a man, I knew that already, but you're right to highlight. That was a joke, but you're supposed to. Anyway,
Believe
the
all women.
yeah, yeah. The You're supposed to like right. Feminism profits off keeping women unhappy and without agency, the same way that the manosphere also does.
Yep.
And they have done some good things. These guys have probably saved some lives. These guys have
Mhm.
done some things. Okay.
Yeah.
But what I say all of that to say this. For example, these gentlemen of Fresh and Fit have been caught multiple times begging women to have abortions, to kill their
Mm.
unborn childs. And they will go online every night and collect super chat after super chat after super chat, talking about how abortion's wrong and how
Mhm.
women never take responsibility, Melanie. They
Yeah.
never take responsibility. Well, I'm gonna play a little clip here of a woman totally not taking responsibility for firing ropes. And I'm sorry, this is a guy. Oh, I'm sorry. This
Oh,
is
what? No way.
yeah. So here's how you don't get pregnant. I know a lot of people. I'm gonna give you some free knowledge right now. Don't have unprotected sex. That's like pretty good solution. If you don't want a baby, don't have sex at all, really. But if you want to be really sure, don't be having relations with anyone until you're ready to have a baby. But at least, use protection. But this is an individual that gets on the stage every night, collects super chats talking about how women suck because they never take responsibility for their own actions. Let's hear how their king of the half of Fresh and Fit talks to his Chinese hooker bride when she's pregnant.
Right? I want the baby because I don't want to kill the baby. I don't want to kill nobody. I don't want to.
Can you hear?
Mhm.
You're not. They just give you a pill and it's over.
Yeah, you
No.
don't. You just take a pill.
No. I'm pregnant. No, but that's what I'm saying. The
Yeah, just take a
they just
pill.
give it to you from a doctor and then you're good.
That's what the
Yeah,
pill
you're
does.
good.
Kills it.
It kills your kid.
Yeah.
I can't. In my religion, we don't kill. You're not killing.
Yes, you are. But also,
Mhm.
let me acknowledge that this woman from China is probably having I don't want to, I can't, do I have, if I have any black viewers in chat, please give me the pass. Otherwise, I will say they may be referring to this as a keep a person baby. You may have heard this is someone who's from China. They're not an American citizen. I don't, whatever her motivations
Mhm.
uh, might be true, but nobody made him fire ropes inside of her when nobody made him have
Right.
unprotected sex with her. So
Exactly.
again, this is your red pill king. Anchor baby would be the better. Yeah, in chat goals. Yes, you're right. I meant an anchor baby, not yeah, like yeah. People say I don't hang out with black folks. That's proof. I know what they call it. I know what they say. Okay, so yeah, okay, so this is your king of male responsibility. But by the way, the other host of this show also begged a woman but let's just hold on a second. Here, let's go here.
Okay.
I want to keep the baby.
Okay. Well, like I said, I just don't want any kids. You know?
Okay, so what you gonna do? And what you gonna do to me?
Nothing. Why would I do anything to you?
Nothing?
I love the police sirens in the background. All you
Yeah.
do is hear the smoke alarm thing. Sorry, I did a racism, but I didn't like to be fair, what people are hearing is they're sending voice messages back and forth. So
Mhm.
maybe this chick is like, haha, I'm gonna get him on, you know, I don't care.
That's the
Because
thing is, yeah, her intentions might be bad or whatever, but that doesn't change the fact that this happened and that's messed up.
right. Nobody forced you to have unprotected relations with this
Mhm.
woman. By the way, she's a 10, you're a 4. You should have
Right.
known. You
Right.
should have known. Baby, we don't need condom. We don't need a condom, baby. Don't worry. This is the same trap every NBA player falls into.
Yeah.
All these NBA players have like freaking 7 babies mamas. Look it up. They keep, oh, baby, you don't need a condom. Because if they get pregnant, they're making 250 grand a year for 18 years off of you.
Mhm.
Okay. So maybe she really loves him. I can tell she looks like she's a Chinese OnlyFans model. I'm sure she definitely loves this dude. But again, people will focus on that and be like, yeah, she trapped him. Nobody forced him to have unprotected relations with her. Nobody,
Right.
nobody forced him for that. And
Mhm.
like again, this is Mr. Women never take responsibility. This is just
Mhm.
like 30 more seconds here.
Why would I do anything to you?
No, I know. So
That's
like,
a
how
fine
do you
reply,
deal
by the
with
way.
this?
He was like, "What are you talking about?" I'm not, yeah.
By saying I don't want a baby? That's all?
I mean, let's go to the doctor, I guess.
Just go to the doctor, I guess.
Go to the doctor. Yeah, just scramble your baby and vacuum it out. Just go to the doctor. Now, I will give now people who will be turned off by this clip, and I love it because people will get mad.
Mhm.
They're like, they won't make it this far in the video. But I understand him perhaps being shocked, right? You get a
Right?
freaking text message from somebody, and which is clearly how it played out, and they're like, surprise.
Yeah.
Like I will generally forgive somebody for having a poor reaction when they're caught off guard, or
Uh-huh.
I will say also, like, it's not like he's yelling at her, it's not like he's, being abusive, he's not like he's
Right.
but again, this is from Women Never Take Responsibility. Give me
Yeah.
super chats to call OnlyFans girls whores
Yep.
while I have unprotected relations with a Chinese spy who's definitely not trying to get pregnant and have an anchor baby.
Right.
Like, are you joking? Like, it's any idiot could look at this chick. If
Yeah.
this chick was hitting me up, okay, I'm single, I'm doing my podcast. This chick's like, oh, baby, you don't need no condom. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. No shot. I'm using a condom and I'm taking it with me. Okay, that's like she's this attractive, when the differential is this high, I'm taking that. Even if I might even not even consider it in my worst state, but even if I had
Mhm.
gotten weak, I'd be
Right.
taking that with me. I'm like, no, I'm not leaving it here. It's in my pocket. I'm taking my condom, putting it in my pocket. I'm taking it with me because there's no way that this guy doesn't know that
Right.
like this is an op. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'll finish his spot here.
To the doctor. So you want abortion?
He won't
I
say
mean,
it.
yeah.
Oh, he did.
He did.
And why do you make me pregnant?
I want a
now?
kid with her.
I'm like, there's no way that's true. But then I said, oh wow, like
So just think about it. It's meant to be. God
Sorry?
wants you to have the baby.
She's working him. I'm sure.
She is. She
Yeah.
God
is.
wants you to have a baby. 7 years never happened, and then you're fucking me for a month, and I'm pregnant. What does that mean?
She played him perfectly.
She did.
Yeah,
She did.
she-
Yeah. So I'm not. I definitely am not saying her intentions were all perfect and amazing.
Yeah.
But just like you said, like this is hypocrisy on his part. He's not taking responsibility for the situation. And this is an outcome that he clearly didn't want. But that's the thing with life is that we're gonna run into situations that we didn't want in general. But this is where your actual morality comes to play. Are you
Imagine,
going
right?
to step up and handle it the right way, or are you going to do something like this? And it is really easy to, when you see this topic and everything like that, you have a bunch of like blue-haired, like pig nose ring women that are just like, oh yeah, like that with signs saying I've had 18 abortions.
Flush
and
the
I'm so
baby,
proud."
make a
yeah,
cake.
exactly. And so
Yeah.
it's so easy to see that and just blame women for all of this going on. But there are definitely situations like this where men are pressuring women to get abortions and stuff. Ultimately, hey, what the woman does, I mean, she's still doing it. So I'm not saying she's perfect in this scenario, but still, this is a problem in society. Not just it's not just one gender that does this.
Well, and if before everyone calls you a feminist, this is a position that I have always held. Like, it is too easy to call women whores. Like, women can't have 100 body count without 100 men willing to have sex with them. Like,
Right.
this is
Yeah,
it takes
that's true.
two. It takes two to tango. This
Yep.
guy is an idiot. Okay. And by the way, we can all look at this and be like, child, please look at this guy. Look at her. We
Yeah.
know what was going on here. But guess what? So did he. And he was willing to have unprotected relations with her
Yep.
repeatedly, I assume. And she played him for a fool. Like every NBA player, they teach these guys when they get in the NBA. Do not, like, oh, don't let her bring the condom because they poke holes in it. Don't do this. All these scenarios where it's like the women are bad. No, bro, keep it in your pants. It's
In
really
this
not
case,
that
I
hard.
think they're both are probably in the wrong in this for
50-50.
different
She's
reasons.
probably
Yeah,
predatory.
if she
Yeah.
was trying to trap him in this situation, hey, she's wrong for that, but he's definitely wrong for how he's trying to handle this.
Yeah, right. He's like, well, here's like a few seconds left, and then I don't know.
Like, now I just think about it, if you force me to kill the baby, then you're a sin.
well, we already sinned by having sex.
That is also true, but still,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean you just keep making things worse.
Yeah, it's not like you have a one sin get out of jail free card.
Yeah.
And then like that's what the wild thing is. And then like, look, any idiot could look at this chick and be like, if she was from China, any other foreign country, and be like, dude, like, be careful. Get him. Like, are you crazy? And like, she's like, oh, here's double pregnancy test. You've always told me you wanted to be your baby's. He probably's like, oh, baby, this is like things that guys say to not wear a rubber. They're like, oh, hello. Like, I don't want to go down
Yeah.
that. I don't want to get gross, but like, he clearly was like, hey, we're not. And like, by the way, probably her plan all along
Right.
doesn't change anything.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't have a podcast talking about how 304s are responsible for all this bad stuff. He does.
Yep.
And, like, I don't understand the numbers. He goes on to say, like, I'm broke. I can't have a baby, blah, blah, blah. Bro, if you can't have a baby, don't put your pee in a bee.